Well, you can see I'm in front of my Ford today because I'm trying to find out why the heater runs so cold. It's not too bad when it gets warmed up, then the engine's done about 10 kilometres, it's not too bad, but oh dear me, it takes a long time. So, is it the thermostat? Do the easiest jobs first. So I got them. They're about $35 for a thermostat. And actually, looking at the workmanship and quality of the plastic, it looks really, really good. But you can see this is here is the bypass hose. So that's where hot water is supposed to go out to your heater. Easy, eh? Well, it would be if you could get to it. So I'm going to kill two birds, one stone. Because apparently these Duratec engines here have a problem in the intake manifold with the butterfly flaps. Now, I was informed about this when I first got the car. Have a look at the valves, because what they can do is they can get brittle after a period of time and break up and get sucked into the engine. That's the worst thing you want. So to do the thermostat normally, you're supposed to take the headlamp out so you can gain access underneath here. It's really tricky to get at. You can just as say see the hose. So I thought to myself, as you do with all sort of work on Land Rovers and stuff like this, try and do two jobs at once. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the valves and I'm going to do the thermostat. It's not unlike doing, if you want to change your brakes on disc brakes on a Defender or something like this, getting some new oil seals and maybe some bearings if you need be, and do the wheel bearings and the brake drum at the brake disc at the same time, because you've got to take all the hub off, and it gives you a chance to do several jobs instead of finding out that the bearings are all knackered. So this is what we're going to do today. Now the bolts are, I've been sat here for about 10 minutes trying to find out where the bolts are. Some of them are accessible, some of them are absolutely buried away somewhere. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I really don't know, and I haven't got a book. And it's the first time I've ever worked on one of these things. But like I said, there's a first time for everything. So let's take out the bolts that we can see. Well, I found that a most interesting struggle getting all these connectors off and bits and pieces and everything, only to find that this one here doesn't have the flapper valves in, so that was a complete waste of time. As if I didn't have anything else to do. Yeah, there is no valves, nothing in there. There's no connection here. Nothing. So, the good thing is, I can get to the thermostat. Actually, I suppose I could have got it by taking the light out, but I've got to drop the coolant out now. Don't know how the hell I'm going to do with that. It's going to be interesting. Or I might just change the coolant and let it all go. I think that might be the best. Mind you, at least I've got good access to those spring clips. Well, I eventually got the thermostat out. I don't think there's much wrong with it. Looks exactly the same to me. Yeah, hard to say, isn't it? Not the easiest job to get out. Essential tools for doing hoses. A set of these, get cheap. You can make them out of a screwdriver. Gets under the hose and work off the hose because they get tight. Also, one of these things here. It's a clamp, especially for spring hose clips. And because they're on a flexible thing, you can get right into naughty little places. So that was a complete waste of time. Again. So I'm going to put this on and hope I get some better heat. Well, there's one good thing, looking in the engine, it wasn't all corroded up, so that's pretty good. Right, let's get on with that. Well, that was a complete waste of time, wasn't it? What a nightmare putting those manifolds back on. I didn't really think about doing the bolts. I think it would be easy just to take the front off and the radiator and everything. Anyway, it runs alright. One of the crankcase valves pipes had broke when I pulled the manifold off, but I had a piece of pipe to fix that. But now I've got air in the coolant, and there isn't a little bleed valve on the top, so what we're going to use is this little setup here. I've had this for donkey's years, because this is what I got this when we were doing KV6s in the Freelanders, because they were always getting air in the system. So what we're going to do is vacuum out the air, or as much as we can, and then put this. So there we go, that's the setup. Both valves are closed. We put this in the expansion tank because the expansion tank's full, but I'm sure we've got air in it, so we put that in there. So it's pulling coolant out, and then when we shut this, well, it did something. I think the seals have gone in it, but I put the pickup pipe into the expansion tank, so it's pulled out the expansion tank, put into there. I'm going to take it for a quick drive and see if it's fixed. Yeah, I've never used that for years and years and years. So, I mean, all this one is sprayed coolant everywhere, but let's take it for a run. Well, I just got back, took the car for a damn good thrashing, and the heater's working fine. A lot better than it was. The gauge goes up to halfway, and it's -10 today, so it's nice and warm in that car now, a lot better than it was. So the thermostat was a good call. I might still have a little bit of air in it, because when it goes to lower RPM, the heat drops off. So higher RPM, it's fine, it's no problem. So I think I can live with that. Now, coming onto this thing here, I'll show you how this works later, because I think there's a seal or something not quite right, because I've never used it for donkey's years. But it sort of partially works, but really you're supposed to have the complete cooling system emptied. So the idea is you empty the whole, drain the whole system, the block, everything, put this on, vacuum the whole block until, you know, the gauge keeps a vacuum, and it'll pull this cone in, and all the hoses usually go like tight because of the vacuum, and then you open this tap here, which is in your coolant, and pulls it all back into the system, so there's no air. Well, that's in theory. Anyway, we'll do that when we do Jim's car. I'm not doing any more. That's enough for today. See ya.